Welcome back to Stasis, Geek. Let's just get straight on it, because I'm sure people will give themselves a little bit of a giggle that there is no season 2. It's been cancelled for the Acolyte. Now, it's a dreadful show. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, it's a dreadful sci-fi show. It's got no writing. It's got no premise in the world of TV. But this is more surprising that Deadline have announced they've got inside sources, quite reasonably, you would say this is on the nose, that Disney, Lucasfilm, have pulled the plug already. And I mean already, it's been a month since this show has ended. So nobody's rewatching it. Nobody's picked it up again. Yeah? Even though the critics said, everybody's watching it is wrong. Because the audience hate it. The audience hate it. Now you're going to get the Disney defenders, as I like to call them, that are going to have a little bit of a spat and a cry about this. Go ahead. It's been cancelled. I think you got to kind of look at what you're watching. But what is more interesting is, okay, they've cancelled it. But this harms a lot of things. It harms the prequels that they've cancelled it. So are they going to wipe it? Do a Willow and wipe it from existence? I wouldn't be very shocked if they do. More tax rebate. Get that tax kind of thing. Because having it there harms the prequels. But it also harms something else. It harms their toy sales. Because they're going to have to, recall? Because they're not making the Acolyte collection now, are they? You know, there's the helmet probably out there. There's the figures that Hasbro probably done. And they're going to be harmed now. So there's a lot of elements now. You just want to kind of bin it, wipe it off, kind of have a look at yourself. Now, this is kind of amusing and sad at the same time because it's Star Wars. This is a Star Wars show that's not going anywhere else because it was that bad. But then, what are they doing internally for this? Because shouldn't see some heads be rolling? Just saying, because people read this script and people signed off on this script. Yeah? And they lost. I think probably inflated a little bit more, but it was 180 million to do this show. And to be honest, I could not see where this money went because the show is that poorly done and it looks so cheap. There's no way this money was out there for this. Yeah, it's just dreadful. So it's like, how? So I can see them going, just bin it. Let's wipe it from existence because it's probably going to be better for them because nobody's going to pick up, to be honest. I'm going to rant a little bit here, ramble on. Nobody's going to watch this show now with this announcement. Who is going to go, I'll give it a go? Because most people are fickle and go, if there's not a season 2, I ain't watching it. Now there's a lot of good shows out there that have been cancelled after season 2, season 3. You know, and they were good shows. Most people would like them. But if they got cancelled halfway through, most people won't invest. Yeah? So this is dead. This announcement, or, you know, it is an announcement from Deadline. You can count them as, you know, in the pocket of Disney a little bit. So it's weird. It's weird they wouldn't stretch it out, you know, or not say anything. Just quietly do it, you know, get rid of it. So there's some good news on this, is probably Leslie Headland. That shouldn't have been the showrunner. Should nowhere be near TV or cinema anymore. Won't be doing a season 2. But also, she plugged that she wanted to do Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, I don't think you are. Now, it is strange that they've announced this. So somebody at Disney, you know, has announced this at Lucasfilm. But then still hanging on to the other ones that we know that's not happening. Rian Johnson's one, definitely not happening. But this kind of opens up that they've never ever said, they kind of vaguely said there might not be an Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2. Boba Fett, they've never said it. Yeah, so is there going to be a Boba Fett season 2? Because announcing this and then leaving those ones out there, you know, Ahsoka's going to have a season 2, guaranteed. But this, not having it there, is a joke. Now, will they, this is things, introduce another show in the timeline. Bear with me. Because it opens up the Plagueis thing. They did this, and it holds up that there's an apprentice and a Sith out there. They could easily just call it something else, get a new showrunner, and just move it on like, I don't know, 5-10 years. Yeah, to try and explain the Acolyte and just make this a one-off show, but it follows on. And I wouldn't be surprised if Lucasfilm did that. They are so inept that they can't go, we made a mistake. Sorry, guys, we need to kind of bin it, look at ourselves a little bit, and kind of reevaluate, let's call it, the way Star Wars should be. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Plagueis one. They just call it something else, not the Acolyte, because the Acolyte got tarnished quite quickly with the power of 1, the power of 2, the power of what a pile of poop. So after the best thing since the last best thing they did on this one, and yeah, I think it's showing that the dangly keys they tried to give with a Wookiee Jedi that didn't materialize into anything, the terrible baseball bat scenes, because that's what they were, except for probably the end one. I'll give them that was actually a reasonable lightsaber duel. But everything else, this, like, they with the, I remember Carrie Ann Moss jangling the keys, was in it like 5 minutes, and then another 5 minutes. Everybody else making their little dances to kind of out the fans for saying it's rubbish. It's just a lot of rubbish. I think you've got your comeuppance. Yeah, I think this is showing that sometimes cast members just need to sit back, take the money, and just shut up. Because I think they embarrassed themselves a lot. And they did it in Star Wars Celebrations. Because you can't be that dumb. You're reading that script and you go, wow, this is like Shakespeare. It's like, what? Because this was bad. So hopefully they will kind of reevaluate how they write Star Wars TV shows. But do I have hope with it? No. Do I think this is the step for them to kind of readdress what direction they are going with Star Wars? No. I think this is going to be tax reasons. That's it. I still think they're up their own backside slightly with the we're amazing and the fans don't know what they're doing. Well, yeah, most fans probably want a bit of fan service, but with a good story. But keep away. Now, this hopefully keeps them away from the Skywalker saga. But on that, it's been cancelled. It's not a shocker. It's just more of like, I thought it was the best thing and we were all wrong. But the executives at Lucasfilm Disney went, yeah, the numbers. Look at the numbers. So, yeah, we're going to have some in the next few days, I'm guessing, shouting and screaming, saying, oh, get it back on. This is disgraceful. You don't listen to the blah, blah, blahs. You know, every word under the sun. We just can't be a little bit critics and go, oh, what did I just watch? If you didn't watch it, guarantee don't watch it. Even if they're going to, it's going to be deleted in 7 days. Don't waste your brain cells. It's that bad. But on that note, on the Acolyte, it's finally going to get rid. There's no more. We ain't got to waste more time with that. Give us a comment. Give us a giggle in the comments and give us a like if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek out.